Okay, here we have a question from GATE 2016 Triple branch. The question is, let P be a matrix 3, 1, 1, 3. Consider the set S of vectors xy such that a square plus b square equal to 1, where AB is P of h comma y. The question is about the idea of linear transformations. It is given, four options are given to you: a circle of radius root 10, an ellipse with major axis along 1 1, a circle of radius 1 by root 10, an ellipse with minor axis along 1 1. So first we should understand the concept of linear transformation of matrices, right? For that, if we take the matrix 3 1 1 3 and do any operation on any vector x y, what you get in the resultant is 3 times x plus y and x plus 3 times y, correct? Now, a particular set of vectors whose locus we don't know should give the resultant vector's locus as a circle. That is what is given in the question, because the resultant is AB column here and it is given the equation a square plus b square equal to 1. We know that equation corresponds to that of a circle. So to solve this problem mathematically, it requires a lot of time, but we can do it intuitively once we know the what transformation this particular matrix does on different vectors. For example, suppose I consider a unit square of 1 length, and this point will be 1 1, and we'll check what transformation this matrix does on that particular square. Also, correspondingly, we can check for these squares in all quadrants, and if we know how the matrix transforms this particular square, we'll get an idea about what this transformation does generally to any figures, right? So I'll just write down the transformation for 1 1 here. So if 3 1 1 3 operates on the vector 1 1, the result will be 4 4, correct? Because 3 into 1 plus 1 into 1 4, again 1 into 1 plus 3 into 1 4. Similarly, I can transform the point 1 0 to 3 1 and 0 1 to 1 3. If I do the similar process in all quadrants, you can observe that this square transforms to a figure like this particular parallelogram. Okay. So you just have an imagination about what this matrix does on this particular figure. It will just transform it into a parallelogram of this shape. It is actually magnifying along the first quadrant and second quadrant, but the amount of magnification is different. One axis is getting stretched more than the other axis. Now you imagine, what if I give a circle instead of a square here, right? That is, the matrix P is the transformation matrix, and if I give a circle to that matrix, the result should be, naturally imagining about the square getting transformed to that particular parallelogram, the circle should be transforming to this particular ellipse, right? This particular ellipse. Now our question is, the given question is, the matrix actually transforms some particular figure which we don't know into a circle, right? The matrix actually transforms some particular figure into a circle. Which figure will get transformed to a circle? So you know, along this particular axis it is stretching, and along the other axis, perpendicular axis, it is getting compressed. When you take the total figure, actually it is magnifying, but when you take the total figure, this axis is getting stretched more and this axis is getting compressed when you consider about the circle. Now what will give you a circle if some figure is given as input to this matrix? That is the question. So this is a particular question. So what should be that particular figure? When you imagine a figure which is having more length in this particular direction and less length in this particular direction, this length will get reduced and this length will get increased. That is what will happen naturally, correct? So that will give you a circle. So if I take this particular ellipse, right, what happens? The result, what will be the result when you operate with this particular matrix? It will stretch the points along the 1 1 axis and it will compress the points along the 1 minus 1 axis. which means I'll get a circle. So to answer this particular problem, you don't need to do any mathematical analysis. The answer for this particular question will be an ellipse with minor axis along 1 1, an ellipse with minor axis along 1 1. This will be the ellipse, which will be transformed by this matrix into a circle. Okay, so this is an intuitive way of solving this particular problem rather than doing the mathematical analysis. Thank you.